Well, thank you for joining me at College Football Talk. I'm Brighton Cambridge, and I want to discuss, before we get into the college football memory, let's talk about an ESPN sportscaster mentioned about the NFL Patriots, about them running up the score 52-7 against the Redskins. They said you should not do it for reasons of an unwritten rule, where it says you show the other team with respect and gratitude. It's kind of like a batter throwing down a bunt, ninth inning. You're not going to win the game, and the pitcher has a no-hitter, something of that effect. Well, as far as I can tell, there's only one unwritten rule in sports, and that is you have to win. Now, somewhere along the way, NFL football is starting to get soft. Now, yes, there are some things that do need to be protected, like the players. They do need to be protected. But the scores and points, should they be protected? Absolutely not. You're out there each week for up to 16 weeks to win games, to put points on the board, not to show respect to the other players. Yes, you shouldn't hurt them. You shouldn't go out there and hurt those players. But if another team can't stop your offense or second or third string offense, then so be it. Put the ball in the end zone. If it's fourth down and you want to, that's called free will. That's your choice. It's freedom. You have the right to rush the ball, or even to throw a little dump pass to your running back or tight end. That's perfectly okay. Even if you're up 50-0, you're out there to play the game, win. Now, of course, if you're up 50-0, the winning team should not, and the losing team should not have their key starters in. But hey, those guys playing second, third string, give them a chance to score. You know, you say run up the score 52-7. You got to remember those people running up the score. You know, yes, it's a coach's decision, but the players that are scoring those touchdowns, those are not the key players that play every single week. They get one shot to do this. So ESPN's broadcaster to all those running up the score, look at those second, third string guys. They need to put those points. They need to get those yards. Let them have fun. They never get to play. So when you have a high-scoring game like that, you got your backups wanting to play, trying to show their stuff. Let them do it. You're just criticizing them, and you end up criticizing the whole team, which sounds ignorant to me. Now, who is the greatest football team as far as this season? We have a debate. We have 8-0 Patriots, 7-0 Indianapolis Colts. They meet next week. Now, the thing is with the Patriots, I am biased. Yes, we have Michigan. Tom Brady. Tom Brady had a championship in Michigan. So I got to go with my boy, Tom Brady. In the NFL, the New England Patriots, number 1. Indianapolis Colts, number 2. Who's going to win next week? Really, that's going to be a close game. As far as the history of those matchups, it's always been New England. So again, I think New England is going to pull out a win. But one game is not going to make that much of a difference, because you're going to have to look at the Super Bowl and the playoffs. The real winner is going to be those who go to the playoffs, win the key games, and move on. So next week is going to be a clash of two egos. Who wants to remain undefeated? Who wants it more? Of course, Manning, I've been watching him since Tennessee college football. He's a great quarterback. I have all the love for him. But when I have to go with the Patriots, they have the key wins, they have the nerve, they have more Super Bowls, and they got a great quarterback as well. And we'll see what happens in that. Now, today's college football memory flashback, we're going to have to go back to 1997 to this man, Charles Woodson. Yeah, number 2, played for Michigan, got him a co-championship, won it that year. And what else did he do? I don't know. He won the Heisman Trophy. And so he was a defensive player, one of the very few defensive players that ever won a Heisman Trophy. It's very hard to do for someone on defense and special teams, but he did it. The key game, Michigan goes in against Ohio State. Biggest matchup, biggest rival game. Unbelievable. Well, Woodson has touchdown, interception, touchdown. He has an interception return for a touchdown. He has a punt return for a touchdown. And, of course, they even put him in there some receiving yards. They had a little kind of a showcase. But the key moment of the game against Michigan-Ohio State of that year was when it was very close. I think it was only just a small margin separated Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State pumps the ball, and guess who's back there to receive it? It's Charles Woodson. He takes off around the corner, goes like 70, 80 yards for a touchdown. At the very end, he'll give me the Heisman touch, and right then the crowd goes wild. Everyone knows at that point that Michigan, Charles Woodson, would win the Heisman. Michigan would go on to play for the championship. Of course, that was before the BCS title games, which the reason we had those title games is because of Michigan and that co-championship that year with Nebraska in '97. So, and even college video football replays because of Michigan, the Big Ten. They are one of the first conferences to introduce that into college football. And it was a couple key plays with Michigan that the referees were messing up, and because of Lloyd Carr, he made some comments which he was criticized for. But because of those plays, we have, of course, because of those games and those whatnot, we have the video replay in college football, and we also have the BCS title games. Now it's 100% foolproof now. College football should go to a playoff system. You know, why not? More games, the better. That's just my little sports talk today. I appreciate it, and thanks for joining College Football Talk. It's always a pleasure. Take it easy.